Hello, I'm going to be talking about the questions from the day in the life video. So the first question is what may cause a barrier for you to be able to interpret? So if I look at one of the scenarios from the readings, there is a lawyer and she's a divorce lawyer for celebrities. I know that a major barrier for me would be that I get starstruck really easily. So I definitely wouldn't be able to interpret there. Um, in general, though, a barrier would probably be if you don't get along with either the person you're interpreting for or the people that you're interpreting with. Like in life in general, any job that you have, you're going to have problems if you don't get along with your coworkers or your clients. Is always going to have problems there. So I think that would be a big barrier. And the second part to that is there any physical setup that would be hard to navigate? I think a place that would be hard to navigate would be a dark office or a dark room because you need to be able to have enough light to see the person's hands. Um, Another thing would be a very small, cramped space, like a cubicle or just a very small office. There's not a lot of room to move around. You're probably going to be standing like really close to your body, and that just, that doesn't sound good. Doesn't it? Well, you won't be able to do your job efficiently. Second question is there any biases or preferences that you have that conflict with the environment if you're interpreting that situation? I don't think I have any biases from any of the articles that I've read or just in general. I think I'm the kind of person that you have to put me into a situation and then I can be like, oh, just kidding, that's not for me. Or I can be like, oh, that's just great. Um, I typically have an open mind with things and I can jump into any conversation and understand all viewpoints. So I think I'd be able to like turn off my own personal biases if I had any to be able to effectively do my job. I do have preferences though. I don't like law. I think law is kind of boring. Like I would never interpret for like law enforcement or like, what the jury places, the law, the lawyers. I would never interpret for a lawyer. So sorry. I feel like that's just super boring and I don't want to sit in an office all the time. I prefer to do something and like that I'm outside or I get to move around a lot or something more exciting like hospital or something when there's like a bunch of stuff going on. I love the action. What do you feel comfortable doing in certain environments? What can you focus on? Um, I feel like when looking at people's day in the life stories, a lot of the work from home I would be super comfortable with because I could just hop on my own computer and interpret through the computer and like a Zoom call or something. It would be nice to make my own schedule and do it that way. Or, I mean, I guess I would be on their schedule, but in a sense, I would get to make my own schedule and work out my day being at home. And then the last question is what research do you need to do to better function in your environment? I would definitely say interviewing or like just having a casual conversation with the person who's actually working in that field. So if I wanted to be a medical interpreter, I would find someone who already is a medical interpreter and be like, hey, can we get coffee and see if we could talk and ask them some questions about like how exactly their day goes, like their day in their life story, like but very detailed, like what do you do at the hospitals, or if it was like at the gym, like what exactly do you do, like what are the day-to-day conversations that you have, what's like paperwork like, things like that. I think would definitely be super helpful. um just yeah, going to people and having more conversations with people about the job because how are you going to know what it's like without you actually talking to people about it? Yeah, that is all for me. I hope you have a great day because I'm gonna have a great day. And yeah, thanks.